Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football. With my over plus 20 years of coaching experience from all over the world, I like to break down coaching goals scored for and against people. So you can either learn something and use it for your coaching, or take it away and use it in your gameplay if actually you playing the game yourself. Or maybe you just want to chat down a pub and tell everyone you're smarter than them. Today we're doing Sheffield United against Everton. I'm quite shocked because Everton scored a goal. That's amazing. I don't think that they're going to do very well this season. I've watched a bit of their gameplay and they don't do very well. But as we're going to start analysing this analysis, I'm going to point out again, there's nobody on the posts. Okay, I'm a big bugbear about this, and this is what I talk about all the time. Well, one of the many things that I talk about. Remember, you're not defending the post. You're coming out and you're clearing the area. Your starting position is on the post, and you're coming out and defending. And what you're doing is you're giving the goalkeeper, you're only marking on one of the posts because the goalkeeper is going to stand and deal with the other one. That's not what's happening in this situation, and let's look what happens as we move the ball forward. Right, as we go forward here, Bosch, corner comes in, don't know what's happened, someone's fallen over here, bit of a melee, everyone's at sixes and sevens, but all of a sudden, the ball gets nodded towards the goal. Great, keeper makes a save. Tapped in, no one's on the post, bit of a mess, and quite frankly, I'll give it to the Everton guy, he's on his toes, while everybody else at Sheffield United is just kind of watching. There's enough players there to deal with that problem, and they just don't. They don't deal with the initial ball, they don't deal with the goalkeeper taps it away, and the keeper save, this is one of those things as well. It's not a good save. Should someone have followed up? Yeah, but the keeper got a hand to it, and if he's got a hand to it, he can get it behind that post, and he doesn't. That isn't good enough at this level. That's mostly on him. But also, I'd still have somebody on that post so they could clear the ball away and not let that ball go in. Let's go on to the next goal and see what we can find. Just like always, if you watch my channel, you'll know that I'm going to find another angle and then find something else to talk about. Let's look at that keeper save and see how bad it is. Right, Bosch, here we go. Boomf. There's no power in that. Weak wrist. Pathetic. Mate, you got to do some wrist action and make yourself a little bit stronger, because that just ain't good enough, son. All right, little tap in. Again, if someone was on the post, it would have been easy to defend. Didn't happen. But let's get on to the next goal. Okay, let's have a little look at this goal. It's a little bit too easy, to be honest. This guy's receiving the ball out there on his own. All right, it's fine. We need to get pressure on him as quick as we can. Let's see how quick the pressure comes. Jog. Look how slow this is. Right, the problem with that is, when you're jogging that slow, you're giving all the time in the world for this guy to make a decision. Right, if you're putting pressure on him, the reason you're doing that is because now his sole focus is keeping possession of the ball, not taking a picture of the field, which he's doing, and finding out where his next pass is going to go. That's what he's doing right here. He's taking a picture of the field because you're not pressuring hard enough. And this guy needs to be telling him to do that. Because what you're doing is you're using this guy to pressure that ball there, okay? As he's pressuring it, you're waiting for the pass here to intercept, so you'll get a little bit closer, but not too close, but you know that pass is coming, and you're getting ready to intercept it. If you're not doing that, and you're not pressuring that, what are you doing? I'm not quite sure, really. They need to, have a little bit of a word with themselves. Let's move it forward and see what we see. Bosch, as we go, see, look, he starts to put pressure on him, and so that means that this is now an easy pass, because now he can do it in all of his time. And now this guy's forced to go with him. Instead of using this player, putting pressure on his bait to make this pass a little more difficult, now it's just easy. Now he just gets all the time in the world. And this guy's not good enough for here. He needs to be closer. He knows that pass was coming, right? And he's got anywhere near close enough to make a challenge or put that guy under any sort of threat whatsoever. So now he can turn, take a touch, and run forward with the ball, which if he was close enough, he would have had to think about something completely different called possession, and not be able to do this. Can't, takes a touch and smashes it across. That's how far that guy was away. Not good enough. Now we're looking in the box here with 3v1 in the box. My bad. All the time in the world to take it down and slot the ball in the goal. That is a simple goal. Just from the lack of anything. And quite frankly, look, he looks at the keeper and goes, yeah, that should have been bloody easy. Yes, that should have been bloody easy. The keeper's right there on the near post, and it's gone in past him. It's a bit poor by the keeper, but honestly, it's poor by all of the Everton standards there. They should have done much better. But I did like the hold-up play by the striker in the middle. Well done, man, because there's not much of that in the Premier League anymore. Decent people trying to hold the ball up. You want to be good at football? Learn how to hold the football up. Stand up front. Receive it on your chest, on your head. Bully that defender. Drop it down to your foot and lay it off. You'll be a good footballer. All right, let's check out the next one. Again, this is a problem. Ball's received here, and he's got two runners on him. Now, see, here's the problem. I'd want him to run off back here. Now, if he could trust his teammates and these guys were decent, I'd want him to stay and pressure this ball and let him deal with that. Okay, let me just make that a little bit clearer. Okay, this guy here, if I'd coached him and they were good, you don't run back, you stay here and deal with that ball. He comes and deals with that. Let's see what they do. Bosh. No, they both get taken out of the play because he kicks it over their heads and nobody reacts. Not good enough. Now you're there. Now there's two of you. You need to drop in behind and cover here. Don't make a line, because if you make a line, if he beats one of you, he beats all of you. He has the ball at this point. He's dangerous. Take the space away. One of you drop there and cover for your mate. So if he beats him, you can step in again. Let's move forward. Doesn't do that. Doesn't do that. They're backing away, pushing him away, giving him time and space to do what he wants. Get closer. Make a tackle. You've got backup. You've got players there. You need to get on him. Otherwise this happens. Takes a touch. Turns it onto his strong foot. Now look at this guy's body shape. Completely awful. Absolutely awful. That means he doesn't understand what he was doing. Why I'm harping on his body shape there is because basically he's overcommitted on the one side and he shouldn't be at all. He should have been backing up. Hasn't done it. Let's look what happens next. Bosh. Typical Jordan Pickford goal. He's in goal. Manages to score for the other team. Him and Harry Maguire would be fantastic in a team together. I would pay money to watch those two play together. Oh my God. Oh wait, they do for England. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't pay money to watch that. All right, let's get on to the last goal. Okay, this is a classic example of knowing what to do and when to do it, right? When to press the ball and when not to. This is an example of when not to press the ball, because this guy's got no one else near him. He's not going to do anything, right? And there's space in behind him. So if he presses this here, this guy gets to do what he wants. So he can get there, but he doesn't want to sprint at him. You've got to understand, like I'd say he wants to not... He's running at probably about 80%. I want you getting there about 65, 60%, because this will happen otherwise, right? Boom, he's going there too quick. Boom, the ball played straight behind him. So all that energy is wasted. And he's opened that space. Do you see that? As he's run here, he's opened up the space for that pass to come into because he's run a little bit too hard. You don't really want to fully commit there because you're not... there isn't enough players to back you up and you're too far down the field and there's too much space in behind. You don't want to be pressuring hard there. You can't because you open up the gap to make this easy. Off it goes. Boff. Little flick. Terrible there. I don't know what they were doing. I think they were kind of confused because they saw a football and they're not very good at the football. And they're like, well, what do we do now? I don't know. And that's exactly what's going on right here. So then they got the ball. Buff, off they go. Another little bit of a mistake as they go. Now let's take a snapshot. Look at the midfielders and look where they are and their walking pace. That guy, though, give him credit. The one that Muppet that started the whole thing by pressuring wrong and opening up the space because he stepped out of it. He's still running back all right. Give him credit for that. Bush. Look, off he goes. Sprinting again. Buff. This guy's still walking, still doing nothing. Bush still walking, still doing nothing. Out wide. All of a sudden, these players, these defenders here, none of them look to see what's going on. None of them look to see if there's a player coming in. All of their eyes are focused on the ball. Remember, if you want to be a good defender, look at the ball, look at the player. Look at the ball, look at the player. Then look at the ball, then look at the player. That quickly, over and over again. You focus on one, you lose the other. It's that simple. And that's what they do here. Look, these guys are queuing up. This defender's got no idea there's two guys on the back stick. Absolutely no idea. Bump, too late. Bosh, ball's in. Oh, Mum, is he offside? I hate it when players put their hands up. Mum, is he offside? He's got to be offside. I didn't see him. He's not. You're useless at the football. Yeah, and that's 2-2. Don't think Everton are going to do so great this year. And I don't think Sheffield United are either. But they're fun to watch in a disastrous kind of sense. I'll see you next time on Cash Talks the Football.